Hello. Today we will understand about bytecodes. You know, in the previous video we just introduced the bytecode. But bytecode is a very important thing, and it is the one, something which is which defines Java language. Let's understand that bytecode with the help of our reference book, Java Complete Reference by Herbert Sheet. Okay, let's start. It's a Java magic that is known as bytecode. Java magic that is known as bytecode. What is bytecode? Bytecode is a highly optimized set of instructions designed to be executed by the Java runtime system, which is called Java Virtual Machine. So, Java Virtual Machine is a highly optimized set of instructions. What it means that it acts as a middle layer between the kernel and the program class. So it is not dependent upon the kernel infrastructure actually. We just take that part, we just take that bytecode, and we can execute anywhere where there is a runtime involved. It's like that. This is very important. This so in a sense, the Java virtual machine is an interpreter. In a sense, the Java virtual machine is an interpreter as a for the bytecode. Okay. Since most modern languages are designed to be compiled into executable code, not interpreted because of performance concerns. We go for the executable code due to the performance concerns. We usually don't go for interpretation due to the performance concerns. But how Java manages to give the performance as well as the both processes, interpretation and compilation. Interpretation and compilation. Okay. How Java manages, we need to understand this. We need to understand this how Java manages. This is the one of the feature of bytecode. This is the one of the feature of bytecode. We need to understand this. How? Let's understand. What the difference comes with the bytecode? Let's understand this. Translating a Java program Now trick is here. Translating a Java program into a bytecode make it easier to run a program in a wide variety of environments. The reason is straightforward. Only the JVM needs to be implemented for each platform. Now understand it gracefully that if we uh, need to interpret the Java program, we need a JVM. Only JVM need to be implemented at each platforms. Only JVM need to be implemented at each platforms. Now let's understand. If we need, if thing is, if we our thing is how this JVM will perform itself. The JVM will perform itself on the platforms. And what is really the platform is? Platform is operating system plus hardware. Operating system plus hardware. So from this concept we are able to understand that JVM is platform dependent. JVM is platform dependent. But this bytecode is platform independent. JVM is platform dependent, but bytecode is platform independent. So translating a Java program into a bytecode make it easier to run a program in a wide variety of environments. Okay. The reason is straightforward. Only the JVM, needs to be implemented for each platform. So this gives us concept that JVM is dependent on the platform and bytecode is not dependent on the platform. Understand? This is a very important concept. JVM is platform dependent, but bytecode is platform independent. So what we understand, JVM is platform dependent and bytecode is platform independent. For any bytecode, what we need, once the runtime package, that is Java Virtual Machine package, exists for a given system, Point is, so let's understand. Once the runtime package exists for a given system, any Java program can run on it. For Java program, you need to have a runtime system. Remember, although the details of the JVM will differ from the platform to platform, all understand the same Java, same bytecode. Remember, although the details of the JVM differ from the platform to platform, all understand the same Java bytecode. तो अपने को क्या समझना है, अपने को यह समझना है कि रन टाइम एनवायरनमेंट अगर किसी सिस्टम पे रहेगा तो जावा रन करेगा, ठीक। और जेवीएम जो है प्लेटफॉर्म टू प्लेटफॉर्म डिफर करता है, लेकिन बाइट कोड सेम रहता है। तो इसकी परफॉर्मेंस कैसे लो नहीं होगी? तो यही इनिशियल की डेफिनेशन है जावा बाइट कोड की, कि जावा बाइट कोड इज अ हाईली ऑप्टिमाइज्ड सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन। इधर ये जो है इंटरप्रेट होता है, लेकिन इसकी जो टाइमिंग है वो बहुत ज्यादा कम होती है। हम इनिशियल में जब हम जेवीएम को इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे थे, तो इनिशियल में क्या करता था, नेटिव कोड्स को इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए जो सिस्टम डिपेंडेंट कोड्स होते हैं, उनके लिए हमने हॉटस्पॉट टेक्नोलॉजी बनाई थी। वो हॉटस्पॉट टेक्नोलॉजी इनिशियल लेवल पे हमको ये इंटरप्रिटेशन करने में मदद करती थी, लेकिन फिर धीरे धीरे आज जो है जावा वर्चुअल मशीन अपने आप में एक एंटिटी है जो पूरे जावा कोड्स को मैनेज करती है। इससे दो फायदे हुए, इससे सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न्स भी हमारे एड्रेस हो गए, कि जब हमारे पास सिर्फ जेवीएम रहेगा कोड को समझने के लिए, तो कोई भी अलग का वायरस या ट्रोजन हॉर्सेस ये सब हम फिर एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करा पाते उस दौरान। तो ये हमारा फायदा था बाइट कोड, ठीक। मुझे लगता है कि आपको बाइट कोड के एसेंशियल्स के बारे में बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आया होगा कि एग्जैक्टली बाइट कोड किस हिसाब से आपके जावा को ऑप्टिमाइज कर रहा है। तो आई होप कि इस वीडियो में आपको बाइट कोड का एसेंशियल्स पता चला होगा, ठीक है। आई होप कि समझ में भी आया होगा। तो नेक्स्ट में हम जावा के फीचर्स से बात करेंगे।